Now, why is it the case? It is the case because, very simply, the foreign rulers who ruled over India for the last 800 years or so wrote history from their perspective, which is only naturally to be expected. They wrote history, but they consequently wrote about, one, they edited out the bits where they were being defeated, so consequently those bits were underplayed, but they also layered and layered upon it their own ideas and thoughts and so on. And the depth to which this has now percolated even into our own consciousness is quite amazing. Now, it is not unusual for a conqueror, particularly a conquering culture, not just a conquering individual, but a conquering culture, to promote everything that came before them as the age of darkness or the age of Jahaliya. It is very, very common. And so, this is a phenomena that we should be too surprised about. And this happened by conquerors in many, many parts of the world. So, for example, when the British or the Europeans colonized Africa, one of the common stated storylines that they promoted was that before they turned up, there was essentially no culture, civilization, or anything anywhere in Africa. Now, there was some inconvenient evidence that kept popping up. One of this evidence against their storyline was the ruins of an ancient city called Great Zimbabwe, after which the country was later named. Now, this is a fairly extensive area with a stone city that, the remains of which were found, they were known about from at least the 16th century, but certainly by the 18th century people were well aware of this. And because it was very inconvenient to the story that everything pre-colonial was the age of darkness, the story was built up that this city was built by somebody from outside, perhaps from the eastern Mediterranean, essentially white-skinned people who came and built these cities and provided civilization to the locals. And this storyline was the official storyline all the way to when the apartheid regime in Rhodesia, which later became Zimbabwe, became free.